Welcome back to my channel. You're watching Advait, the fourth Umpire, and I am back once again, recording videos and uploading videos on my YouTube channel. And I know it's been a long time since I've recorded or uploaded anything on my YouTube channel, because the last time I recorded a video and uploaded it was back in November when I was analyzing the IPL finals. And now I'm back full fresh with a new face and a new voice. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to upload any videos for the last 3 months due to some technical difficulties, and I wasn't able to upload a record because of some work and time. And I missed out on the India tour of Australia and the ongoing England tour of India. But do not worry, because I will be uploading videos on India versus England, the T20 and the ODI series, and definitely the IPL 2021 which is coming out and recently been announced on April 9th. So definitely things in IPL 2021 are still different from the normal IPL daily life. Obviously in IPL 2020 we had a different type of IPL, because first of all this tournament was hosted in UAE and BCCI was able to organize the tournament in a great fashion way. But the tournament also happened in the later half of the year, in September to November. But this IPL 2021 is at least able to happen from April to later May. And this season is back in India with fans in the stadium cheering on their favorite IPL team. They'll be shouting CSK or Mumbai Indians or RCB. And still we have to follow the protocols, the COVID protocols obviously, because that's the ongoing pandemic. And the players will definitely have to follow it. Last year in 2020, when they had to follow the protocols in Dubai, it was not that strict. It was definitely sufficient enough, because in Dubai, in Abu Dhabi and Sharjah, there are not those many cases. But in India, obviously, being one of the most cases, having the most cases in the world, they still have to follow stronger protocols. And now they'll be in groups, divided into groups, going from venues to venues. They will not be playing with the same venue till the end of the tournament, which is a good thing. So the pitches won't slow down. So that's one of the changes, because if you see, they're divided into 2 groups. First Chennai and Delhi, and ongoing, ending with Ahmedabad. Now, this time we have 8 teams and 1 team rebranding. So obviously we have our first teams, which are the Chennai Super Kings, the Mumbai Indians, the Royal Challengers Bangalore, Kolkata Knight Riders, Sunrisers Hyderabad, Delhi Capitals, Rajasthan Royals, and last but not least, the newly rebranded Punjab Kings, formerly known as Kings 11 Punjab. So these are our 8 IPL teams who are participating in this year's VIVO IPL 2021. And obviously I am stoked and excited to wait for this tournament, and let's see what has in company for us. Now let's go over the IPL captains this year. The CSK, we still have Tala Dhoni. MS Dhoni is an amazing captain. We all know about him, how well he captains. He has captained the Indian squad for a very long time. He has captained CSK ever since the start. And now he wants to lead them to another title this year, because unfortunately last year they weren't able to come in a good position on the points table. And obviously they're the second most successful side in the IPL, and they have the most and the biggest and the largest fan base in the IPL, thanks to Tala and MS Dhoni. CSK obviously have been to so many finals thanks to MS Dhoni and have been in great positionings, but still looking for the 4th title, and who knows, they might get it this year. And put it in the comment section down below if you think Tala Dhoni and his squad will win this year's IPL. And not much to talk about MS Dhoni, because we all know he's a great legend of the game, former Indian captain, current CSK captain. Next, we have the 5 times champion team, Mumbai Indians, their captain, Rohit Sharma. Obviously, Rohit Sharma is in his own field. We all know how successful he is. He has captained the Indian squad a few times and making them win a few series and a few tournaments like the Asian Cup. And obviously in the IPL, he has the best record as a captain, winning them 5 titles, and he helped them break the curse of winning in every alternate year. And they finally won in a season where it's very different, in IPL 2020. And Rohit Sharma is definitely the most successful captain and the most intellectual captain. And I feel that Rohit Sharma will lead his team to a 6th title this year if they have the same squad. The squad has amazing players, and Rohit Sharma can definitely lead them. The 3rd team we have is the Royal Challengers Bangalore, captained by the Indian captain Virat Kohli. Obviously we know Virat Kohli is a legend in this game, ODI #1 ranking in batting. Virat Kohli obviously still hasn't led RCB to their first title, even though he's been with them since the start. Virat Kohli's aim is that this year, winning their first cup. Obviously last year in IPL 2020, he has done a way better job because he was able to get RCB make it to the playoffs. Because as we all know, in the previous 3 years, RCB did not even qualify once. And finally they qualified. This year RCB, I feel they can go to a better position thanks to one, Virat Kohli in ABD, and Virat Kohli will definitely lead the side to a greater stance in the playoffs. Because first of all, he has a new team, and Virat Kohli, we know what he can do with a fresh squad. The fourth team we have is Delhi Capitals, led by Shreyas Iyer. They were the runner-ups last year, and Shreyas Iyer is a young captain, a young leader who can definitely lead his side to an IPL trophy this year. They are still waiting for their maiden IPL trophy, the Delhi Capitals, and this time they're once again led by Shreyas Iyer, the young captain. And hopefully Shreyas Iyer can lead them to a trophy this year, and I feel he can. He has the potential to because he has a great squad and a great mentality as a captain. Next team we have is the Kolkata Knight Riders. Obviously, Kolkata Knight Riders is now led by Owen Morgan, used to be Dinesh Karthik, and Owen Morgan took the captaincy in the middle of the season. And as we all know, Owen Morgan, he has a lot of international captaincy experience. Obviously captaining the England side. He was captain of England during the World Cup, and he's the captain of the T20 squad also. Obviously not playing the test formats, but the main format here is T20 obviously. And Owen Morgan is a really successful captain. If you hear from the England players like Josh Buttler, Ben Stokes, they always talk a lot about Owen Morgan. And definitely that experience can come on to the KKR squad because KKR has a lot of young talent, and Owen Morgan can help them during the leftovers and calm them down and make sure they reduce their anxiety. So Owen Morgan is definitely a good captain for KKR, but we don't know if he's going to lead them to an IPL trophy this year. If you think Owen Morgan will lead KKR to an IPL trophy this year, put it in the comment section down below. The sixth team we have is the Sunrisers Hyderabad, captained by David Warner. David Warner obviously being an overseas player, an Australian batsman, captaining the Sunrisers Hyderabad squad. Last year, obviously in the first half, he didn't have a great season. The team himself didn't have a great season. The second half, David Warner was able to captain them very well, and he took them to the playoffs. Obviously, Sunrisers Hyderabad finished off in a very good position, being third, missing out by slightly on the finals. And David Warner and co weren't able to make it to the finals, but they still had a good position. This year, David Warner, I feel he's going to have the same captaincy skills because he has a nearly 90% similar squad. Just 3 changes and a few changes. And David Warner, definitely, you know how he rocks in the Indian pitches, and I want to see how he's going to captain this year. I'm not guaranteed sure if they're going to make it to the playoffs or not, or win the season, but I still feel David Warner has a potential due to his experience, his integrity, and his aggressiveness on the pitch. The seventh team we want to talk about, which I want to talk about, is the Rajasthan Royals. The Rajasthan Royals, the new skipper, Sanju Samson, leading them for the first time, obviously previously having Steve Smith. Now Sanju Samson, being a young leader, has an advantage. We've seen him work with Shreyas Iyer, being a young leader when he led Delhi in the first place. And now Sanju Samson, he's a new leader, he's a young leader, and definitely I feel he has the same luck as Shreyas Iyer did. And hopefully lead Rajasthan Royals to the playoffs. They did not enter the playoffs in the last 2 years, and this year, if Rajasthan Royals can pull it off, then everything will go in their way. And Sanju Samson can definitely make that happen. He's an aggressive T20 batsman. He unfortunately doesn't have that much T20 experience. He doesn't have those many memorable international T20 knocks, but still is an experienced player. Last but not least is the Punjab Kings captain, KL Rahul. KL Rahul last year was still a really good captain, but could have done way better. He had a lot of pressure on his hands, and the pressure bit him last season. This year, KL Rahul, I feel he's going to take the pressure off and be more free with his boys and lead Punjab Kings to the playoffs at least this year, because it's been a while since they've made it to the playoffs. And if KL Rahul can get things right, Punjab Kings might go for the trophy. Obviously, this IPL 2021 season is coming back to India in front of the crowd and once again being a memorable season. So we have our 6 venues this season, at least not like last year, only having 3. And these 6 venues are Chennai, Mumbai, Ahmedabad, Delhi, Kolkata and Bengaluru. And all these 6 venues are amazing venues with great Indian pitches. The newly formed Narendra Modi Stadium is really hyped by fans and they want to watch the playoffs there. Obviously this year, sadly for the Punjab Kings, the Sunrisers Hyderabad and the Rajasthan Royals, their home ground will not be in play. But still, that doesn't matter because we have other pitches. You see Indian pitches, they're slightly favourable for batting. And we see in this year's IPL, I personally predict that there will be more teams choosing to bat first. Because if you see last year in IPL 2020, there was a lot of dew factor. And throughout the season, kept on changing. The trend was first bowling, later batting, then bowling. That was the kind of trend due to the dew and the slowness of the pitch because they're using the same stadiums and the same pitches throughout the whole season. But this year in IPL, what they have done, they've first segregated into groups, the teams. So first the matches are going to be played in Mumbai and Chennai. Later, they'll be going to Ahmedabad and Delhi. After that, they'll be going to Kolkata and Bengaluru. And in the playoffs, they'll be in Ahmedabad. Rotating the pitches, rotating the stadiums is a good technique because first of all, there won't be a major dew factor role in Indian pitches. Second, there won't be a slowness of the pitches and the pitches will be fresh and new and it can be high scoring games. Third, it will increase the mass spread of IPL throughout India. So my predictions for this year IPL 2021, I feel the main 4 teams that can qualify. Number 1, Mumbai Indians, obviously the 5 times champion with the same squad this year. I feel they can pull it through, especially when Rohit Sharma leads them. And this time they're back in India in front of the home crowd and definitely they can pull it through, make it to the playoffs. And most probably win the trophy once again. The next team I'm backing up is Delhi Capitals. Delhi Capitals obviously known to be led by Shreyas Iyer, a young captain, a young leader, and definitely with a great squad, especially with Steve Smith in the captaincy group, and especially can help out with Shreyas Iyer. So I feel Delhi Capitals led by Shreyas Iyer can definitely make it to the playoffs. They made it last year, they made it the year before that, and this year I feel they can go one up ahead compared to last year. The next team I personally feel will definitely make it to the playoffs is RCB. Because if you see RCB's squad, it's amazing, it's a very powerful squad. I know RCB has always been strong on paper, never on the field. But this year, under Virat Kohli's form and the players, the underdog players which they bought, like Kyle Jamieson, Glenn Maxwell, and others like Mohammad Azharuddin and Dan Christian like that, I feel RCB can get to a good position this year, and especially led by Virat Kohli. And trust me, they will make it to the playoffs like last year. The fourth, last and not least team, which I feel they will make it to the playoffs, is the Sunrisers Hyderabad. Why? Because they're on a roll. They're the only team in the last 5 years to qualify every single time to the playoffs. And they have the same team, same consistency. And we know Sunrisers Hyderabad play very good on Indian pitches, especially David Warner and Johnny Bairstow. We have seen their combo back in 2019 when they played on the Indian pitches. And now, once again, we might see it again. So Sunrisers Hyderabad have very good chances of qualifying again. Even though in the first half they seem like non-qualifying, they always make it back in the second half. So that's it for this video. Obviously, I spoke about the IPL 2021, the VIVO IPL to be more precise. And I am back recording videos and I'm hyped. And please stay tuned for more videos, especially the India vs England T20 series. So that's it for this video, and please subscribe, hit that red notification bell down below, and that bell will notify you whenever I upload a new video. Like this video, share this video with all your friends, and please put in the comment section down below on what videos do you want me to make. Not only IPL related, India related, and especially the upcoming tour related. That's it, and please watch me again. Thanks for watching. This is me, Advait, the 4th Umpire.